Hey YouTube, Targetpopper here. This is my Swedish 1896 Mauser. And I took this one out shooting with me the other day. The same day I shot that that Swiss rifle, the K31, excuse me. I wanted to test some hand loads, and I wanted to test an adjustment that I made in the sight. The rifle originally came with a +0, or ±0, whatever you want to say, and I put a +2 on it. And that shifted the point of impact from 5 inches high down to 4 inches low, which is what I wanted. Because that way I could just come back here and adjust the rear sight instead of having to mess with changing out sights all the time. So, and here in Michigan, I really don't have anywhere to shoot over 100 yards, so I don't really mind. At least not very many places. Once in a while you find a 200-yard range, but that's few and far between. Unfortunately, at least in this part of Michigan. So once you start getting out east a little bit, you'll find it's a little bit flatter. But anyway, regardless, I digress. This particular gun shot pretty good. I was very pleased with how it performed with the hand loads that I had cooked up. It was a 140 grain spear, and it was 4895 powder, CCI number 34 primer, Remington and PPU cases. And they are uncrimped. I do not crimp those, no reason to. I'm not running them in a semi-auto. Anyway, if you want to skip ahead a little bit and go right to the video, you can. I'm going to talk about the gun a little bit more. So, anyway, thanks for watching. But let's talk about this particular rifle a little bit if you decide to stay. Here's our information on our bore. It'll focus, it just takes a minute. Yeah, see, there we go, a little better. So it's got a good bore on it, nice tight bore. Somebody a long time ago, before me, removed the ranging information on there, which kind of sucks. That's a very cool thing to have on there. I think I picked this rifle up for the princely sum of $150. And it's like, wow, that's a good deal. It wasn't a terrible deal, but the gun was missing its bolt. So I did have to find a new bolt. And anybody that's tried to find a Swedish Mauser bolt knows that that's pretty tough. And they are not cheap when you do find them. So when I seen this one, it was like $125. So I paid it and I got it, and I'm pretty pleased with it. Pretty happy. It turned out to be a very good rifle. Definitely worth the money that I got into it. And yeah, threaded muzzle and all that. Rifle matches itself besides the bolt, so not a big deal. It's got a mirror bore, very nice bore on it. I do got one of these guys here. This is one of the wooden training ammunition rounds. It's got a wooden hollow bullet. I don't know what kind of powder charge that is, but I tested a few of these. I put 5 of them in the gun. I didn't have the thing on the end, the shredder on the end, but I shot 5 of them to check to make sure the primers are all good. And I find when you shoot these, what happens is the wooden bullet, regardless if you have the shredder on the end or not, kind of flies out as confetti. So I guess that shredder was just there to make sure that anything that does come out, any solid mass, does get shredded no matter what. But what I'm going to do with these is I pulled all the bullets out of them and I dumped the powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put new powder and new bullets into them, and I'm going to have just some cheap, easy to use hand loads. Well, yeah, all hand loads are easy to use, but I guess what I mean is I can just dump the cases. I really don't care if I keep them or not. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I really like this rifle. Their popularity, nobody really talks about them anymore for some odd reason, and these, in my opinion, are better than K31s, and they're far better than M39s. Fit and finish wise, these are just Cadillacs. I really don't think there's a better built military Mauser out there. So the Argentines are pretty close when it comes to fit and finish. The early ones, the ones that were made by Germany. But I think these Swedes are probably, when it comes to Mausers, these things are Cadillacs. So get one if you find it. 6.5 is not too hard to find, and it's very easy to reload. So anyway, I'm talking too much. Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. That ain't too bad. Not bad for a rifle made about 98 years ago. Actually 108 years ago, excuse me. Yeah, 108-year-old rifle. That's all my hand loads. There's my hand. So it's not too bad. That one's still fresh, so yeah, I like what I see. And it's not a very big target, so that's a pretty good group.